Peace and blessings, family.
Hey, fam.
I'm Jaydon.
And I'm Jazz.
Welcome to Market Mastery Live.
Oh, yes, it is our new show, family, that we will be doing together. We'll be sharing with you guys some tips on the stock market, some tips on finances. We'll be covering a lot of things here on our show.
Yes, this channel has gone through a rebrand. We are expanding, we are elevating, and we are speaking about faith, finances, and freedom.
Yes,
And that's important, family. In our community, when I say our community, I'm speaking about people who love God, who love the Word of God. It's important that we stick to faith in God, but we tap into finances. We tap into this pyramid right here: health, wealth, and relationships.
That's right. No more broken woke.
That's right. Broke don't mean you woke. It just means you broke. It means you ain't got no money.
That's right. Let's be woke and wealthy. How about that?
Woke and wealthy. Hey, I like that. That might be a new T-shirt right there.
Woke and wealthy.
That may need to go on the Kingdom Apparel. That might have to go on our shop.
I agree.
Right there. That might have to go on Kavod.
Yeah.
Kingdom Apparel.
Yeah.
You gotta say that again. That's a one more again.
You don't have to be woke. No. We need to be woke and wealthy. There we go. Woke and wealthy.
Woke and wealthy.
Yeah.
And one of the ways to get there, family, is by tapping into tonight's topic.
That's
Debit versus credit. Debit versus credit. What smart investors actually do. And it's unfortunate because a lot of us in our faith, we were not taught about debit and credit. But it's important that we combine the two because it's going to elevate us. It's going to cause us to gain generational wealth so that we can pass it down to our children's children, which is very important, family. We can't overlook those things. It's not about sounding holy, but you got holes on your shirt. So we're going to tap into debit versus credit, what smart investors actually do. And before we get started with tonight's live stream, we're going to see if we're okay on our end. YouTube Studio says excellent condition. So we riding with it. It says excellent. We are live, family. So check it. You are getting a premium. You are getting exclusives. Why? Because the mistakes, they're absolutely free. We're not charging for them. They're on the house. And also too, the mistakes, they're absolutely free. We're not charging for them.
That's a fact.
Even though we should.
I know.
We should put them on the Patreon, right?
But yes, family, this is going to be a much needed topic in the community because I know a lot of us were scared to get into credit cards. We didn't want to go into debt. You know, a lot of times we heard debt is bad, debt is bad. You know, stay away from debt as much as possible. However, you know, we have a difference of opinion when it comes to debt and how you can actually leverage debt to build your wealth.
Yes, and before we give you this game, family, let's go ahead and share some announcements. We got to give these announcements out, family. So if you want to go ahead and tap in to these announcements, just go below the video. I repeat, go below this video and you can go ahead and tap in to the free goodies. They're absolutely free. Family, they are valuable. They will bless your studies financially and spiritually.
That's right.
And we're doing something that nobody else is doing. And we're saying this humbly. We are combining faith and finances in order to get to freedom. You need finances, family. As it says in the Bible, money answers all things.
That's right. That's right.
Money answers all things.
Say it again.
Money answers all things, dang it.
That's right.
So, family, with that said, one second. As I pull up the announcements, I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. Awesome. We got it. We got it right here. Here's our screen. Want to build wealth with discipline? Trading Mastery course right here. My wife and I, we are stock market investors. No gimmicks. No shortcuts. We teach you a trade. We teach you a skill. We teach you a skill. We teach you how to invest.
Yes. It's
right here.
life-changing.
Absolutely. This is what we do, family. And it's important as the children of God. We tap into knowing how to invest.
That's right.
Trading Mastery course right here, family. Now, if you want to go deeper spiritually, if you like to tap into the powerful language of the Bible, you want to start learning Hebrew? Hebrew Mastery Bundle, which I recommend right here at the end of this course. You will learn how to read, speak, and write Hebrew. All courses. We have courses for children and adults. As a licensed minister and a Sunday school teacher, it is my honor and privilege to teach Hebrew. Free goodies. Learn Hebrew and biblical prayers. Check this out. 30 words in Paleo Hebrew, biblical Hebrew in English, video tutorial, free PDF download, which we've created, family, right here. You can watch the video. That way you pronounce it correctly. And you have the PDF right on your phone. The Lord's Prayer. That's right. Yeshua, the Messiah. The prayer of Jesus. The Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and English, video tutorial and free PDF download. The 10 Commandments in Hebrew and English, video, PDF. The Shema prayer, Hero Israel, the Hero Israel prayer, which you find in Deuteronomy 6:4 in Hebrew and English, video, PDF, and the priestly blessing in Hebrew and English, the benediction, which we close out. We close out. Spiritual elevation service, which is on Fridays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. We close out with the priestly blessing. You guessed it, right here, video and PDF. Now, kavod. Kavod means honor, splendor, glory in Hebrew. Kingdom apparel. We may be adding that new shirt, Woke and Wealthy. That's fire.
Woke and wealthy.
But go ahead, family. If you want to rock shirts that represent financial freedom and also spirituality, go ahead and tap into kavod. All praises to Yah. Now, we don't take donations for tonight and for tomorrow, but if you like to donate to the ministry that's on Friday, because we provide service on spiritual elevation service, you can go ahead and donate to the ministry through PayPal, through Patreon, which we have exclusive content, behind the scenes content. You can laugh at my mistakes, laugh at my pain, at your expense and mine. Also, we have advanced biblical tools and teachings, and it's going to get better and better. We're going to just start dropping real exclusives, family, that you ain't never seen, that you'll never get on YouTube. Cash App, PayPal, buy me a coffee, and the YouTube Super Chat are ways you can support to the ministry. Also, we are monetized. My wife and I, we are stock market investors. We appreciate the donations, but we don't need the donations, and they go to the ministry. Now, tonight, we're not taking any donations. For those seeking financial literacy, generational wealth, and spiritual growth, faith, finance, freedom, you are in the right place right here. There are ways you can contact us. Also, subscribe to Or Ever After. This is our show. This is where we speak about Black news, trending topics, and celebrity news, if I said that already. Also, here's our schedule. Below the super cool, awesome banner that we designed, right here is my better half to the left, and her weaker vessel to the right.
No.
Right here, here's the schedule, the new schedule, because we are elevating, family. We have elevated the brand.
That's right.
The mission is faith, finance, freedom. Schedule, Market Mastery Live. That's tonight, Tuesdays at 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Financial literacy, strategic investing, generational wealth. Kingdom economics, Wednesdays, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Biblical wealth principles and wisdom for financial stewardship. And spiritual elevation service, Fridays at 7 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. Preaching, praise, music, and prayer to strengthen your faith and renew your spirit. Motivation Mondays, shorts at 10 o'clock a.m. Pacific time. Quick gems to start your week strong. All praises to the Most High, peace and blessings. And also, here are links once again. All praises to Yah.
Praise Yah.
Now, debit versus credit. What smart investors actually do. Now, at this time, we're going to go ahead and pull up a legit source, not from Fly By Night, but from Investopedia. We're going to tap into this game because in our community, this is extremely underrated. We do not speak about finances enough. Throughout the years, in my experience being in the church, I don't think I was ever taught about finances in church.
No.
Tithing to the pastor.
We was talking about tithing, though.
We was talking about tithing, which is another topic. We're not going to cover it tonight. If you tithe, hey, do what you do. You feel me? But we're not going to cover tithing tonight. We're going to cover debit versus credit. I just find it fascinating that many of us who love God, who live the word of God according, to our best ability, we don't know about financial literacy.
Mm-hmm.
We are biblically literate, but financially illiterate.
Yeah.
Let me repeat that. We are we are biblically literate and financially illiterate. Well, we're going to change that tonight, family. And we're going to change that going on forward on Market Mastery Live. Now, this is from Investopedia. Investopedia.com. Debit versus credit cards. Understanding key differences. They may look the same, but they don't always work the same. Ain't that the truth?
That's right.
And this was written by Greg DeParso, shout out, February 21st, 2026. This is a recent article, family, that was also reviewed. Not only was it written, but it was reviewed and fact-checked. Reviewed by Katie Miller and fact-checked by Suzanne K. All right, let's get into this. Now, you want to go ahead and take turns reading this, or you want me to go ahead? I feel like I'm getting annoyed at my own voice.
Yeah, we could take turns for sure.
Family, you getting annoyed at my own voice? Don't raise your hand. You getting annoyed at my voice? Don't raise your hand. You're getting annoyed at my voice. I'm getting annoyed at my own voice.
For sure.
But how you feeling?
Yeah, so we can take turns.
Want to go ahead and take turns? Okay. All right. So let's go, fam. And also, before we get started, please, family, it costs you absolutely nothing to smash that like button. Go right ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That way we are spreading the good news of faith and finances and freedom. Go ahead and smash that like button, family. We appreciate it.
Yes. And shout out to everyone in the chat. Thank you guys for joining us today and joining us on our new show.
Absolutely, family. This is the direction. This is where we're going. We're about building community and connections. We ain't dividing over. We're gonna go ahead and we're not gonna argue over things that's always argued about within religion. We're not gonna focus on division. We're focused on connection. We're focused on building with one another and what we have in common. Because when I look at the religious world, or when I look at the YouTube religious streets, all I see is a bunch of debates all day. And you know me, family, I say this all the time. I'm not a master debater. It's not my thing.
That's right.
Okay, so this is from Investopedia.org. Let's get some facts. Debit card versus credit card. Essential differences. Let's go ahead and read the key takeaways. Go ahead and read the key takeaways.
Yeah, so the key takeaways: debit card withdraw funds directly from your bank account. Credit cards offer a line of credit to pay off later. Debit cards do not affect your credit score like credit cards can. Understanding these cards help with better financial decision making.
All praises. Debit card versus credit card. Essential differences. Debit and credit cards are used worldwide and look alike. They do look alike, but they have major differences. A debit card takes funds directly from your bank account, while a credit card is linked to a credit line that you can pay back later. I'm already liking this difference already. I'm gonna go ahead and highlight that. I like this. Wait, I can use the money now. I can use a credit line, somebody else's money now, and pay it back later.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome. You get to leverage other people's money.
Hey, I guess I am down with OPP.
OPP, yeah, you know me.
what would we say? I guess we are down with OPP.
Okay.
In this case, I'm down with OPP.
That's right.
You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Let's go. Flying start. We get to use other people's money.
That's right.
It's important to understand these differences for financial management and decision making. Discover their interest implications and their impacts on your credit history and when one might be better than the other. Okay, here we go. Here goes the matchup.
I'll do the matchup.
Credit cards versus debit cards. Okay, you want to go ahead? How about I'll be the debit card.
Okay.
And you be the credit card.
Okay.
How's that? Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
Okay. So credit cards. Line of credit offering borrowed funds that must be repaid. Helps build credit history. Not liable for more than $50 if credit card is lost or stolen due to the Fair Credit Billing Act. May have to pay fees for foreign transactions, late fees, and cash advances. A debt instrument for financial transactions instead of cash.
All right. And this is from debit cards right here. Debit cards. Best for people trying to budget or prevent debt accumulation, like piling on debt. If you don't want to pile on debt, accumulation, this can work. Linked to a checking account. May have to pay fees when using an ATM out of network or an overdraft. Liability of losing funds is tied to how quickly you act to report stolen card. Funds pulled directly from your bank account can be used anywhere. Credit cards are permitted. So that's the tell of the tape between credit cards and debit cards.
Yes. So as we can hear, there are some key differences. And for credit cards, it is a line of credit, right? You're using other people's money. Basically, you are borrowing money, but you have to pay that back, right? But with your debit card, that's just money that you put into your bank account and your debit account, and you just spend your own money. It's not someone else's money. And you don't have to worry about, as far as debit card is concerned, you don't have to worry about repaying anybody back.
Well said. Well said. And for that, family, do the right thing. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. Let's continue. That was a good breakdown.
Thank you, babe.
How debit cards work. Banks issue debit cards to their customers so they can make purchases or obtain cash without having to write a paper check or visit a teller at the bank. The card is linked to your checking account, or sometimes a savings account.
Okay. How to use a debit card. Use debit cards to withdraw cash at automatic teller machines, ATMs, and make purchases in store or online. When the card is used in a transaction, the money comes out of a linked account, either immediately or after a brief interval. If you do not have enough money in the account to cover the transaction, your card may be rejected.
PIN and validation codes. Debit cards have a unique personal identification number, PIN, that you enter at ATMs or point of sale terminals. However, with online transactions, you may be asked for the card's validation code located on the back of the card as a security measure.
Debit card network. Most debit cards are linked to a network like Visa or MasterCard and can be used wherever accepted. Although most debit cards link to your bank account Although most debit cards linked to your bank account, offline debit cards are not electronically connected to your account.
Open a new account, blase. Right here, family, for those interested. Shout out. Understanding how credit cards function. Credit cards are also issued by banks, but require a separate application process. You don't need to open or maintain a bank account with the company to apply.
How to use a credit card. Credit cards aren't linked to a bank account, but they provide a line of credit to a present limit. Like debit cards, credit cards can be used at ATMs, but cash advances can be costly due to fees and interest.
I just got to highlight this again. They provide a credit line to a present limit. So basically, you have access to more money than you would have a debit account. Whatever you put in the debit account, that's what you have access to.
Whatever cash you have personally, that's what's in your debit account.
So if you put in $500 into a debit account, guess how much you have access to? $500.
$500.
But check it. If you have a credit card and it has a line of credit of, let's say, $10,000, guess how much you have access to?
$10,000.
That's right.
And of course, your credit line will vary depending on your credit history and your credit, like, you know, where your credit is at. But yeah, still, nevertheless, you get to leverage OPP, other people's money.
And there's times where you may need to leverage that money where, hey, if you're in dire straits and you don't have the money in your debit account, you can use your credit card to pay off the rent or pay off a bill. Or even with a credit card, with the balance that you have on a credit card, you don't have to pay the full balance right away. You could pay a minimum, or you could pay as much as you want, but you have to pay more than the minimum. So you can leave a balance on your credit card and pay it back later.
Yeah.
Where like debit card, if whatever you put in there, that's what you got in there. You feel me? So just those are things to keep in mind.
Definitely things to keep in mind. Also, too, as far as, you know, using your credit card is concerned, obviously it's recommended if you can't pay for something, don't use the card. However, if you are in a need, you're in a pinch and you just need it, then yes, go ahead on, because you do have the ability to pay it off over time. A lot of wealthy people, what they do is, even if they have money in their bank account, they're still going to use their credit card. The reason why they're going to use their credit cards for many reasons. Maybe one of the reasons is because, well, you know what, I'm going to leverage someone else's money, and then I'm going to put my money into investments, right? So a lot of wealthy people, they use lines of credit. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Jay-Z recently allegedly asked for a line of credit from a bank. Wealthy people do this all the time because they don't like using their own money. They would rather have their money be put into investments, be put into home stocks, so that their money can actually grow. And they'd rather just borrow money, especially if they can get it for a cheap rate. If the interest rate is low, then they can actually borrow more. They can make more money by investing their money, and it'll be cheaper for them to even pay an interest rate for their borrowed money. So.
Woo! You mean to tell me rich people actually borrow money? They don't just use exactly what they have?
No,
they leverage other people's money, even though they're wealthy?
They sure do. That's how they stay wealthy.
Woo! Let's go. That was beautiful. Powerful. All right, fam. So let's continue. How credit cards charge interest.
Okay.
Let's go.
How credit cards charge interest. Card issuers charge interest on the money the card holder borrows. Although card holders can often avoid interest if they pay back the full balance within their card's grace period.
Credit card network. Like debit cards, credit cards typically belong to a card network like Visa and MasterCard and can be used anywhere cards in that network are accepted. Private label or stored credit cards are an exception since they are only valid at a particular retail chain. Also want to mention that credit cards, they make their money with interest. So
that is very true. So if you don't pay off your card within that grace period or when your payment is due, then yes, they will charge you interest.
That's how they make their money, family.
That's right.
But even though it can work to your advantage, because if you don't have the capital right then and there, you can pay it back when you have it ready. So, but just know that you're going to be paying more than you normally would.
That's fact.
You'll be paying the interest on top of your monthly bill.
Yes.
Comparing the key differences between debit and credit cards. Beyond the differences mentioned, debit and credit cards have other distinctions. Let's go. Let's get into these other distinctions. Among the most important ones, number one, I'll go ahead and read number one. Debit cards won't affect your credit score. Debit cards won't affect your credit card score. I repeat, debit cards won't affect your credit score.
That's right.
Now, is that good or bad, family?
It's bad.
I would say so. Debit cards won't affect your credit score. I would want my credit score to be affected.
Me too.
In a positive way, going up.
Exactly. So if you just have a debit card, you're not getting any credit, right? You're not having any credit. So that means that when you go anywhere, if you want to get a car, if you want to get a house, guess what they're going to do? They're going to check your credit. And if all you have is a debit card, well, a debit card doesn't report to any credit bureau. So that means that you go in there and you might think, well, hey, I don't have any debt. So like, I must be good. My credit must be great, but you have no credit. And what no credit
What you mean I got no credit? I've been paying off, I've been paying my rent for 10 years straight.
On time.
Never late, never short, never paid any rent fees. You mean to tell me that my credit score ain't went up? You mean to tell me that my credit score, you mean to tell me that my good record history of paying rent through my debit card, it has not affected my credit score?
Unfortunately, it has not affected your credit score if you paid with your debit card. If you paid with a debit card, if you paid with cash, none of that stuff is reported to the credit bureaus, and therefore it doesn't look like you have any credit, which is just as bad as having bad credit. If you don't have any credit, they look at it like you basically have bad credit.
And you've been paying rent with that debit card all these years, all them 10 years, always on time, busting your tail to make sure that rent is paid. Them kids got clothes on their back. They got a roof over their head. They have their needs met. You're doing everything you can, but you mean to tell me with that debit card that you've been paying to take care of everything, it doesn't help your credit score?
Yeah, it does not. So family, we have to change that, right? We have to start using our credit cards wisely.
Yeah.
So that we can build our credit and then have access to more capital.
Your credit score is a 3-digit number reflecting your credit worthiness. Your credit score is based on information supplied to credit bureaus by your various creditors, including any credit card issuers. Consistently paying your credit card bills on time will help your credit score, while missing or late payments will hurt your score. I like that. A lot of us faith-based people do not recognize this one right here. While missing or late payments will hurt your score. We have to be wise stewards, family.
Yeah.
What we got, we got to be diligent with what we got. However, debit cards don't report to credit bureaus. Pop your collar, as you just said. I'm gonna highlight that. However, debit cards don't report to credit bureaus, so they won't affect your credit score one way or the other. If you got to write that down, if you got to take a screenshot, if you got to memorize that, just hold on to this.
100%. Okay, number 2, debit cards don't charge interest. You won't owe interest on your debit card because you aren't borrowing money. With overdraft protection, if you overspend, the bank covers the excess, but you'll incur fees. So yes, family.
That's an advantage for debit cards.
Yeah.
Because they don't charge interest.
They don't charge interest.
Interest is when they charge you for using their money, basically. They're charging you for allowing you to access their money.
Yes. If you have overdraft protection. Now make sure if your bank account allows you to have overdraft protection, make sure that you get it, family, because if not, they will, if you take out more money than you have in your bank account on your debit card, then you will get charged a daily fee if you don't have this overdraft protection. So keep that in mind.
I remember my first debit card that I got, it was with Bank of America. I thought I was a baller. I had no credit cards, by the way, but I had that debit card now.
That's right.
And guess what? I didn't have overdraft protection. I did not have overdraft protection. I remember I was getting hit with all these overdraft fees, and like they would like multiply. I forget how much it was. I want to say it was like $35 or something. I don't remember.
Like around that.
Just for one transaction, they charge you like an additional $35. Don't hold me to what I'm saying, but I'm basically giving a ballpark.
Yeah.
But basically they stepping on it. They're basically like, they're penalizing me for not having overdraft protection. So with all these transactions that I had that accumulated, I remember I paid like, I want to say like $500, like over $500. I want to say I paid like over $500 in overdraft.
Oh my gosh.
Fees.
Yeah. Wow.
And it was like I forgot how many transactions they actually were, but they just like added up and added up.
Yeah.
And I remember I was calling them. I was like saying, hey, I didn't know about it. Is there anything I can do? And basically, they was just being kind. They were telling me kindly that I needed to pay the money, and there was nothing I could do about it. Why? Because I didn't have any overdraft protection.
Yeah.
So and that's how they make their money as well, of us not being diligent with our resources. They make their money for us being screw ups.
Yeah,
they make money off overdraft fees.
Yeah, that's one of the ways they get paid.
They make money off overdraft fees.
They sure do.
They make money off overdraft fees.
That's a fact.
One of the ways.
That's right. One of the many ways that they use your money so that they can continue to get paid. So family, definitely be careful about that. If you do have overdraft protection, make sure that you get that added to your account, because sometimes bank accounts will not add it. That your bank will not add that to your account automatically. You do have to, with some bank accounts, make sure you let them know that that's what you want. Like my husband said, because if not, those fees can occur and they can just rack up, and they charge you daily. So until you pay it off, they're going to give you a daily charge for that. So be careful. But as we to the point of the article, when it comes to credit cards, you will have to pay interest if you leave a balance on your card. Now, if you don't leave a balance on your card, then you won't have to worry about those interest fees.
But that might still work out for you, because if you need to buy some time,
yes,
because of bills that you got to pay, you don't have the money right at the moment, where you can get the bag later and pay back what you owe, your monthly bill. But on top of that, you pay the interest. So even though you're paying more later, it still could work out for you.
For sure.
Because you just don't have the money now. Where like if you just had a debit card, if you don't got the money now, well, you just don't got the money out.
Yeah.
They can go ahead and put a eviction sign right on your door. But with a credit card, you can leverage that. You can be like, well, I'll pay part of it right now. I'll pay part of my monthly bill right now, but I'll pay you back plus the interest at a later time. So even though they nail you with the interest, it still may be worth it. And if you ask me, it's worth it. That's one of the advantages of having a credit card.
Yes, it is definitely one of the advantages of having a credit card.
Because check, if a lot of us live paycheck to paycheck, not just Americans, but a lot of us faith-based people, a lot of us people that love God, a lot of us is paycheck to paycheck.
Sure.
And credit cards can allow you that time that you need to have that money to pay your bills and to make sure that you have a roof over your head.
100%. Yes. Let's just make sure that, we still treat our credit cards responsibly.
Yeah.
Listen, when I was young and I got my first credit card, I was like 21 years old. And let me tell you, I thought I just had some free money. Okay. And I was spending that money up. Okay. And no intention on thinking about, hey, I need to be paying this stuff off, right? I need to be paying this back. So don't put yourself in a huge bind. For instance, let's just say you have a $5,000 credit line, right? But you know that, you don't have $5,000 and it's not looking like you're going to be getting that $5,000 to pay off that credit card in the near term future. Then don't, okay, if you need it, absolutely need to, okay, do it, right? But don't just do it if you're spending it on frivolous things. If you like, hey, I want to go take a trip, I want to go shopping, because that was how I was doing it when I was in my early 20s. Hey, I'm going shopping, I'm going out to eat. Don't do that. That's not how you should use your credit card. That's not how you should utilize it. But yes, if you are in a bind, hey, that gives you that opportunity to pay it off over time. Just make sure that you're paying on time, right?
Yes.
So you don't have to pay.
You have to pay on time. I got to emphasize.
Yeah.
Pay on time. Even if it's the minimum, pay on freaking time.
Yes. You can pay at least the minimum on time. That won't affect your credit score. So as long as you're paying your credit card on time, the minimum balance, as long as you're doing that, it will not affect your credit score. However, if you miss a payment, that's when it starts affecting your credit. So be careful.
And you have to pay the money back.
Yes.
And the interest.
Yeah, it's not free money.
No, it's not. A lot of us, we think it's free once when we get them credit cards, and it's like we have access to this amount of money like right now, but no, family, you got to pay it back.
That's right.
All right. So this is right here, number 3. Credit cards often pay rewards. Ooh, I want you to read this part right here.
Yes.
This part right here, fans. Check this out.
This is one of our favorite things about credit cards.
If you ignored everything else, pay attention now, family.
This is what we need to be paying attention to.
Let's go.
So credit cards often pay rewards. Many credit cards offer rewards like cash, bank, or airline miles on purchases.
Woo! Wait, hold on. Slow it down for those who came in late. Those in the nosebleeds. I can't see you. Let's slow it down. It says what now?
Yes. So it says many credit cards offer rewards like cash back or airline miles on purchases.
So in other words, we can get cash back for using our credit card?
We sure can.
Can we get cash back for using our debit card?
No, we cannot.
Can we get cash back for using our debit card?
Nope.
Can we get cash back for using our credit card?
Yes.
And also, airplane miles on purchases.
Yes. And also points. Points is kind of similar to miles, but some credit cards will call it points. So that's just another term. So some debit cards and checking accounts also pay rewards, but tend to be less generous.
Credit cards have better consumer protections. Ooh, let me read that. I like to repeat things. I'm a repeater. Credit cards have better consumer protections. Different laws govern credit and debit cards. Your liability for fraudulent charges with a credit card is typically capped at $50 and sometimes $0. With a debit card, you could, in the worst case scenario, lose all of the money of your linked account. So you can lose all of the money in your linked account. It's possible. Worst case scenario. So debit cards have better protection.
100%. And depending on what credit card you have, they have so many great perks as far as protection goes. So like if you're going on vacation and you need a rental car, some credit cards will cover your protection. So like instead of you having to pay the rental car company for your vehicle to be insured, your credit card will cover the insurance. Or for some credit cards, if you have a warranty on, let's say you bought a new TV or something, they will extend the warranty for you. There's so many different protections on so many different credit cards. This is one of the amazing benefits of credit cards, the rewards and the protections that you can get for using the card.
You may have to pay that interest now, but check it. Protection and rewards. I'm already sold.
100%. And just keep in mind, you don't always have to pay interest. You might have to pay interest if you need to, you can't pay it all off at once. However, if you do pay it all off at once, you can just collect the rewards points. You can collect the free money. And let me tell you, me and my husband, once we started realizing that we can actually get money for spending money on the things that we need. So we're already going to the grocery store anyway. We're already going to dinner. We're already going to be planning out certain trips to take. Why not use our credit card and actually make money for the things that we're doing every day?
Oh, for that. Oh, for that. Sound the alarm. Sound the freaking alarm.
That's right.
Let's go. All right, family. And down the stretch, we come with this article. This is a great article right here, breaking it down for us.
Yes.
Credit versus debit. Okay, so it's got bills, credit history, credit cards, yes. Debit card, no. Money comes out of your bank account. Credit card, no. Debit card, yes. I'm already like credit cards. Better, right? It's already starting off better. You can purchase something and pay later. Credit cards, yes. Debit card, you guessed it, no. Liability for stolen cards or charges. Credit card. If your credit card is stolen, the most you can be charged is $50 due to the Fair Credit Billing Act.
Nice.
Credit cards, you have to act fast. When you realize your debit card has been stolen, if someone uses it and you don't notice for a few days, you could be in deep doo-doo. Okay, it doesn't say that. I'm saying if y'all was listening, don't fall asleep because this is a real game. We tapping into money now.
That's right.
if you don't notice it for a few days, you could be on the hook for those charges. With debit cards, your liability is tied to how quickly you report the theft to the bank. And family, this is really common because, hey, let's check our accounts every day.
Yeah.
But hey, sometimes I don't check my account every day.
Yeah.
Let's keep this a secret between you and me. Okay, my wife doesn't know about this, but I'm supposed to keep the account every day. But sometimes I'm like, hey, I forget. But I'm changing that and check it. We're not perfect. But I'm saying all of this to say that we have to check our debit cards and our credit cards daily.
100%.
Check, family. Make it a habit. Make it a habit. So if a day go by or two, they can take all your money. You can lose all your money with debit card.
100%.
You're at risk of losing. Worst case scenario, you're at risk of losing all your money with a debit card. So you better act quick with debit cards. But with credit cards, you have protection.
Yes.
And you can be charged about $50 according to the Fair Credit Billing Act. Now, fees. May have to pay foreign transaction fees, late fees, and fees for cash advances and balance transfers. Now, that's with credit cards. You may have to pay some fees now. Debit card may have to pay fees for using out-of-network ATMs for cash, potential overdraft, and may be charged with a PIN fee, as we kind of went over already.
Yeah.
But this is good. It's just highlighting it. Best to in a emergency, I'm guessing that's what that's saying.
Yeah.
Yes, let's scroll over. Best to use in an emergency. Credit card, yes. Debit card may not be as useful as a credit card.
Which we kind of talked about. Those emergencies, like if you need the money, but you don't have the money, credit card is a great option.
And I'm highlighting this. Shout out to Sis Alteria. I am getting better on checking my account daily. Yes, it's a habit. Sometimes we forget now. Sometimes we forget. And it be like on a Monday. And Monday, that's when the work week is back on the grind. But we got so many things, in our lives going on. But just make it a habit because there's a lot of scammers out there. Family.
Yes, it's bad. It's bad nowadays with the scamming. So yeah, if you can, try your best to check your account every day.
Yes. It might be like pulling a muscle. It may hurt a little bit, but it's worth it.
Yes. And that's something I'm also working on too.
Especially if you have a debit account. And guess what? We do have a debit account.
Yes.
But we don't just have a debit account. We have credit cards as well, family.
That's right.
So, but with the debit account, you're more at risk. You don't have the same protection as you have with credit cards. And also, going back to this chart, now, the last category here, interest charges, credit cards, yes. Debit card, no. So yeah, you may be saving money in that aspect, but in the long run, you're actually losing money. You're actually losing money by using a debit card because you have access to only the money you put into it.
And no rewards.
Which actually means more money because you can redeem cash back. You can get cash back for using your credit card, or you can get those points. We're going to get into those points and how we use those points here momentarily, family. We're going to get to that because, man,
yeah,
this is all exciting right here. But I tell you, when we share with y'all how we use our credit points, hopefully this will inspire you to tap into some credit cards now.
100%.
Now, let's go ahead and finish this article. It's not a very long article. It's short and it's sweet. Evaluating credit cards or debit cards, which is superior? I'll go ahead and allow it.
All right. So both credit and debit cards can be handy when managing your personal finances and can be nearly impossible to avoid using them in today's financial world. Some merchants don't accept cash or checks anymore. Credit cards can be especially useful if you need to make a purchase or face a financial emergency and don't have enough cash available in your checking account. However, credit cards can get you into financial trouble if you don't pay down the balance and interest accrued, and the balance and interest occurs and compounds, increasing your debt. Conversely, debit cards can help you stay within your budget and avoid spending money you don't have in your account. Since debit cards don't involve borrowing money, you don't get charged interest. However, it's important to manage your money in your checking account because if you overspend with a debit card, you may not have the funds needed crucial expenses like rent or food. If you're trying to build or repair your credit history, a credit card used responsibly can help. In fact, some credit cards offer builder features such as student credit cards, starter credit cards, and secured cards.
Woo! Important. It's important to monitor your credit reports for suspicious activity and report any suspected fraud to the 3 major credit bureaus. Also, you can set up a free fraud alert with one of the credit bureaus to monitor unauthorized financial activity. What is an ATM card? An ATM card is a form of debit card that can only be used at automated teller machines and not for purchases in stores or elsewhere. What is a prepaid debit card? A prepaid debit card is loaded with a specific amount of money, but not linked to a bank account. Prepaid debit cards can often be reloaded with more money and used repeatedly. Gift cards also work like prepaid debit cards, although they may only be accepted by a particular retailer or chain and often are not reloadable. How long is the grace period of a credit card? The grace periods The grace periods on the credit cards are usually at least 21 days long and sometimes longer. The bottom line. Okay, here we go. The bottom line, family. Here's the bottom line. Let's go.
Bottom line.
Debit and credit cards allow you to make purchases and withdraw cash. However, debit cards are linked to your bank account, limiting the size of your financial transactions by the amounts of funds in your bank account. Conversely, credit cards are not linked to your bank account. They offer a credit line for purchases and cash advances. Ooh, even cash advances.
Mm-hmm.
In return, credit card companies charge you interest on the borrowed money. Yeah, they charge you for borrowing their money.
Yeah.
They charge you for borrowing money, but they can help you build a credit history.
That's right.
So it's a trade-off. You scratch my back, I scratch yours.
That's right.
Just put it in layman's terms.
Mm-hmm.
They are consumer protection differences as well. Credit cards generally offer better protection against fraud than debit cards. Select a card based on your financial goals and needs, whether to manage your budget, build your credit, or gain rewards. Tap into home equity without monthly payments.
Okay,
I think we're good here.
Yeah,
shout out to the article. Shout out to Investopedia. Beautiful article.
Yes. Great article. Lots of great information. Babe, what is some stuff that stuck out to you when it comes to the article?
Rewards.
Yeah.
Credit cards equal rewards.
100%.
Credit cards equal improved credit score.
Yes.
Credit cards equal credit score. Credit cards equal better protection.
Yes.
Credit cards have more advantages. But I will say this. From my opinion, I encourage you to have a debit card.
100%.
I think it's safe to have. I think it's wise to have a debit card, but I would advise you to not use your debit card. Use your debit card to pay off your credit cards. Use your debit cards to pay off your credit cards. One more again. Use your debit cards to pay off your credit cards.
100%.
That's my takeaway. Protection, rewards, credit score.
100%. Family, it's so important, right? Don't we want to increase our credit score so we can get the things that we want, whether it be that new house, that car, whatever you need? It's going to be important to have a good credit score. That way your interest rate is not super high. And like my husband said, we're going to get into some of the things that we want to do when it comes that we got the opportunity to do and get the opportunity to do because of our credit cards. But also, family, I do want to say, if you are new to credit cards and let's say you don't have a credit card yet, then yes, you may have to use a secured card. And what a secured card is, it is like you're using your own money and you're paying it back. You might have to do that just to get started because, again, when it comes to credit cards, the credit card companies are granting you their money, right? So they have to feel like they can trust you to pay that money back. And so if you don't have any credit history, you may have to do one of those starter cards. There's nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all, family. Just get started.
Yes, just get started. Those cards don't have as many perks, but again, it just gets your credit built up so that you can get a better card where you can get points. Another thing too is also, there was another thing I was going to tell you guys. Okay, it'll come back to me because there was something else I wanted to let you guys know about. But in the meantime, while I remember that, we're going to go ahead on and get off into some of the things that we've been able to do utilizing our points.
Yeah, this part right here, I'm so excited because, family, I got tired of us paying for trips out of our pocket.
With our own money.
With our own dang freaking debit card. Now, I got tired of that. I'm like, we going to Vegas, but we're not getting any report. We ain't getting no points for this.
They're not paying us to do this? What do you mean?
Did he just say y'all went to Vegas? Yeah, that's right. We went to Vegas a few times.
We sure have. We've been.
Yeah, and because hey, you got the religious folks out there. Oh, you can't go to Las Vegas. Oh, guess what? We go to Las Vegas.
Yes,
it's not too far from us.
It's not. It's just an hour flight away. Mm-hmm. So yes, we have gone a few times to Vegas. We've gone many different places, and man, let me tell you, credit cards have changed the way we travel completely. Because, like my husband said, we used to pay our own money to travel. Guess what? Family? We don't no longer do that anymore. No. I'm following your lead wherever you like to go. Yes.
We're going to show you, family, how we freak these credit cards. So you can do the same. Yes. You can go ahead and use these credit cards so that you can go ahead and get the points. And if you want to redeem it, you want to get cash back, or if you want to go ahead and use the credit that you built up, you want to use the credit points that you earn. If you want to use the credit points that you earn, you can use those points and you can use them to buy trips, to buy hotels and travel expenses as well. So instead of paying out of your pocket, you can use the points that you built up with your credit card to pay for your trips. And if you like to travel, go ahead and tap into some credit cards, family, because we like to travel.
100%. Traveling is definitely one of my most favorite things to do. So when we learned that, hey, we can utilize our credit cards so that we can go on trips for free, that's what we started to do. So let's go ahead on. We're going to show you guys a video of one of the hotels that we stayed in for our anniversary this past year. We were out in LA and we got the opportunity to stay at the Presidential Executive Suite out there in LA, and we're going to show you the room right now. And also, the room was free. We did not have to pay.
The room was what?
The room was free.
The room was what?
The room was free.
The room was what, damn it?
The room was free.
Y'all hear that?
Yes, our room was free.
And how was it free? Just once again, for those who came in late, we love you.
Yes, the room was free because we use our credit cards. We do not use our debit cards.
No.
That means that when we go pay groceries, that means when we go get gas, that means when we go pay any bill, electricity, water, you name it, we are using our credit cards. And we're accumulating points every time we use our credit card.
And check this out, family. We need groceries. We are signed up with Walmart, so we have Walmart deliver groceries to us. We don't go to the grocery store no more. Take time of our day, because we used to do that. We used to take time, like 2 to 3 hours. We'll go out there to get our groceries, from start to finish. But now we have our groceries delivered to us. And check it. When it was available, we had the Walmart's credit card. We was getting points for shopping at Walmart.
Yeah,
which is something we do anyway. And it was 5 points. It was 5 times. It was 5 points, which is high, family.
Yeah. Yeah. So for paying for groceries that we already needed to get anyway, we're able to get like $100 here, $200 there. Free money for buying stuff that we need.
Stuff that we need. And check it, even though that card doesn't exist no more, we use, like you said, we use our credit cards, and we use them like a basketball team. We have certain cards playing certain positions because certain cards gain more points based on the purchases. So it just depends on what credit cards you have. Some you can get 5 points, 4 points, 3 points. It depends on like your cards personnel. Like whatever your strengths that your cards have, will use those card strengths to those certain purchases. For example, when we had the Walmart credit card when it was around, guess what we used it for? Walmart groceries.
Because we got 5 points for every time we used the card. We got 5 points per every dollar spent. So that racked up clearly. Unfortunately, they let that one go. I guess we was making too much money off of it. And it was like, you know what? We got to let this go. But we still get cards where we can get 3 points and 4 points off of grocery shopping spending. So family, when you're looking for a card, look for the cards that give you points for your everyday spending. I
don't have this card, but if you shop at Amazon all the time, you might want to go ahead and check out their card.
Amazon card.
I believe there's 5 points as well. Don't go ahead and edify me. I don't know if it's 5 points, but I believe it's 5 points per purchase on Amazon.
You guys,
it's pretty high,
sure
right? Let us know, family. We didn't get the card. We looked into it, but we didn't shop enough at Amazon to justify it. So use your credit card for everyday purchases.
100%.
Put it to work. Give it a job and give it a position, like whatever it's good at. Like put it in this position, like and let it work for you.
1,000%. 1,000%. All right. Do you want to get off into the video?
Yes. I'm following your lead. So we're going to the LA trip, right? The one that we got for free with our credit card points. We have it shared on screen right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and let's tap in. So go ahead and give the background to this video one more time.
Yeah, so this was for our anniversary trip that we took this past June 2025. And we were able to stay at their executive suite. It was a beautiful suite out in LA, right near the beach, right on the marina. Beautiful, beautiful stay. The room was worth about $1,000. It cost about $1,000 for the room. But how much did we pay? Free. We didn't pay any money. We used our points that we had been accruing throughout the year from spending on everyday spend that we use. So let's go ahead on and check out our room.
Wherever that help came from, I appreciate it. I think that was
Okay, no, family, this is one of the other rooms that we stayed at. This was at the Intercontinental in LA. We stayed at a few hotels while we were there, but yes, this room was still another gorgeous room. Let's go ahead on and check that out.
Wherever that help came from, I appreciate it. I think that was
one of the ladies who does the room cleaning.
Oh. Wherever that help came from, I appreciate it. I think that was
one of the ladies who does the room cleaning.
Oh.
Ooh, Hollywood. What a nice room. Hey, baby, can you do the curtains real fast?
Absolutely.
Let's show people the view. Look at me, I got 2 nice views. I got the husband view and I got the city view. Hey. Yes, family. So that was one of the rooms that we stayed at on our anniversary trip out in LA. And this was free. We stayed at the Intercontinental. If you're ever in LA, stay there. Great, amazing hotel. We stayed at the Intercontinental in Atlanta as well, and that was really nice. And both of those rooms were free. The one in Atlanta, the year prior, and this one, they were all free because we had credit card points.
we got to emphasize that again. These hotels, this hotel that you see, family, this is the Intercontinental in LA. This was recent. This was last summer. This was 2025. Now, you said this was free.
Yes.
How was it free? One more again.
Because we utilized our credit cards points to get these hotels.
It's free.
It's free.
Just for using credit cards for everyday purchases. So
Game changer.
It's a game changer. And as people who love God, we have to use our resources wisely. We have to tap into wisdom, family. So we have to use the resources we have today. We have to use those credit cards as resources, because with that, you can go ahead and redeem. You can redeem a free trip, a free hotel like this. Family, this is beautiful. We like on the top floor. We up there. Look, family. Look how high we are. I love this hotel.
Yeah. We really enjoyed our time here, family.
And that's where you're going to spend a lot of your time on your vacation, too, is your hotel. Check it. Your hotel can make or break the trip.
That's a fact.
I know that for a fact. I remember one time, this is an off-script story, but I remember one time, me and a friend that I grew up with, me and a close friend I grew up with for a long time, and it was you and your close friend. We went to Tahoe, and y'all stayed at a really nice hotel. And me and my friend, we chose the cheap route. And guess what? I paid that for that hotel out of my debit card account. Didn't get no points for it. Yeah, we stayed at the Wayside Inn. Man, yeah. We stayed at the Wayside Inn. I don't know what the name of it. Well, I actually do know the name of it, but I don't want to throw it under it. Well, I kind of do, because the dude was a jerk. The guy who owned the place was a jerk.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That place was terrible.
Yeah.
It was absolutely horrible. And you got, two grown men, two grown ass men, me and my friend. Yeah. Trying our best to work out with this trashy hotel that we stayed at. But it was like one of those motels. It wasn't even like this. It was like one of those like 1-story motel.
Yeah, it was. Let's just say
Wayside Inn.
Yeah, it was cheap, but it was, and it's funny because when you go to different cities, even the hotels there, even a cheap hotel is not even cheap, right? So like even for the hotel that they stayed in, it wasn't even cheap. It was actually relatively expensive, but for the area, because when you travel, it's always going to be more expensive when you go to nice areas. And so they're going to upcharge you. So even for the hotel that they stayed at, even as bad as it was still quite expensive.
It sure was.
Yeah.
It sure was.
But hey, now we get to stay at the best hotels and it doesn't come out of our pocket. Yeah,
Intercontinental, that's one of the top ones, family. And the view right here speaks for itself. As you guys saw the room. And that's right, Shabbat Sharon. That's what I was saying. I was like, ooh-wee.
Ooh-wee.
I didn't have to pay a dime for this, family.
That's right.
Your boy was happy.
Okay. I do want to show them our other room as well, real fast, baby.
It's gorgeous.
Yes.
Bathroom, the room right here, like, bam. But yes, I'm on it, babe. Let me go ahead and hide this. Let's go off screen. Now, family, we're going to go ahead and show you another clip of another hotel.
Yeah, so this was the one
got for free.
100%. So this was the one that on our actual anniversary.
Is it this one right here? This is off screen. They don't see this.
Yeah, let's go ahead on and click on that one. And yes, this is just to show you what you can do with your credit cards, family.
Yeah, it's amazing. Is it this one right here?
Yeah, let's go ahead on and show them that one.
Okay, cool. Let me go ahead and make sure the quality's on top notch. It's loading. Just give it a second. It's got to load it up. But yeah, family, this is incredible. Like the video for this, family. We appreciate the likes. Go ahead and just hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. We appreciate the support. And we encourage you, family, to go ahead and tap into credit cards. Don't be afraid to use them. Don't allow other people's trauma and mistakes with the misuse of credit cards scare you away from the opportunity of using credit cards. And with credit cards, you can redeem the points, you can redeem the cash, you can build up your credit score. And when you build up your credit score, you're going to have access. You're going to have access that you're not going to have with just using your debit card. So this right here, we're having an unexpected.
Yeah.
Go ahead and reload it.
Yeah.
Let's see if we're going to just reload it.
Yeah. Also, another thing I was going to say, family, it came back to me now. When it comes to building credit, right? So if you have children and you want to get them off to an early start, you can make them an authorized user on your credit card account. So that's something that my mom did for me. She made me an authorized user on her account. And you don't have to give your kid that card, right? You can keep the card, make sure that you know you're using it and paying it off so that now when your kid gets ready to go off, they already have a good credit score so they can go and get themselves credit cards, right? So one of the things that you can do is you can add your child, you can even add your spouse as an authorized user on the credit card. And now they have access to your credit limit, even if you don't, give them the credit card, that's fine. Or you can give them a limit. Hey, you can spend about this much or whatever the case may be. But you don't necessarily even have to do that. You can keep the card for them while you're using the card, paying it off. And now when they're ready, they can go and get a house, or they can go, get another credit card, a car, whatever the case may be, and their credit can be nice. Their credit can be up. So that is a hack that you can do to get your kids started off ahead when it comes to credit.
And we're going to be clipping this up. This is going to be a short. Go ahead and say that one more time for those to shorten it up. You can go ahead and do what now for your children?
You can add your children as authorized users on your credit card account, family.
Let's do it, parents. Let's do that.
Yes.
That way we're giving our children a head start. And hey, in our community, it's important, in the Black community, family, it's important that we tap into financial literacy so that our kids have it better than we had it.
1,000%.
And a lot of us in our community, we didn't know this. We don't know about, you can build your credit. You can build your children's credit. Mm-hmm. You can add them as an authorized user. This is information, family, that I wasn't privy to. This is information I wasn't taught in the church. And we're saying this out of love and out of honesty.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm sure that a lot of us can relate to this, this lack of information that we've been denied, but it's all right. Today is a new day and we are tapping into these resources.
100%. Now, we do know that one of the things that would happen back in the day is people would utilize or get a bill in their kid's name or whatever the case may be. Don't do that. If you're not able, if you're not great when it comes to credit, then don't put your kid on the card, okay? Because it could work the opposite way too. If you decide, hey, okay, I'm gonna add my kid as the authorized user, or I'm gonna put their name on, this credit card or in this bill, and then you're not paying it off, well, then your kid can start off behind, and that could affect their credit. So let's make sure we're not doing that.
Yes.
I've heard horror stories of kids being grown and realizing that, their whole identity was taken over by a parent who got bills put in their name. So let's make sure that if we put our kids on any of our stuff, whether it be a credit card or otherwise, that we make sure that we are setting them up for success and we are paying those bills off.
Yeah, come on, parents. Let's do better now. Let's be people of God now.
Yes, please.
All right, family. Check this out. Here's another hotel that we got for free because we freaked the points. We pimped out the credit cards. But that's what they want us to do.
Yeah, we use other people's money.
Yeah, we use OPP.
So that
you know us.
Yeah, you know us.
Let's go. Big screen. All right. Now go ahead and give them the background to this now.
Yes, family. So this is the hotel that we stayed at. This was the presidential suite out in the I forget the name of that area. It's a very popular area out in LA.
Man, this one. Woo, man.
Yeah.
It's hard to know which one was my favorite, but this one right here may just be.
Yeah, this was probably my favorite. I
love this stay. Oh.
Yeah,
this was all in the same trip now.
Yeah, it was all in the same trip, our anniversary trip. This was the hotel we stayed at on our actual wedding anniversary day. And it was right by the beach, right on the marina. And this was the executive presidential suite. This room was worth $1,000 and we got it for free. So let's go ahead on and check it out.
We may have to go back later and put in the name of the actual city we stayed in.
Yeah, because it's missing me right now.
Yeah,
but yeah, it's
because like we say LA. I mean, we from NorCal, so shout out to SoCal. We went down there. We found out it never rains in Southern California.
Yeah, that's right.
And when we were down there, we ended up staying at Hotel California.
And we sure did.
Such a lovely place.
Yes, indeed.
That's really exclusive. That's a counter? Whoa.
That's a sauna.
A what now?
That's a sauna in the shower. They got
Oh, that's like with the
like for the spa, like in the spa.
yeah. That's really exclusive. That's a counter? Whoa.
That's a sauna.
A what now?
That's a sauna in the shower. They got
Oh, that's like with the
So right here, my wife has put me on game. There's a sauna.
Yep.
I don't even know what a sauna. What's a sauna?
Yeah, so
I'm from Stockton family. What's a sauna?
Sauna is like a steam room. It's a steam room. It's actually good for your health. But yeah, our hotel room actually had a sauna in it, and it also had a huge soaking tub in it. And that's not all. There's a whole second part to this video that we're going to play for you guys, and you can see the other half of the room because that was just the room and like the room where we sleep and the bathroom. But there's actually more to the hotel room.
Yes. This hotel is incredible. And like LA, it's like, because, you know, we're from NorCal, you feel me? So it's like, when we say LA, it seems like it's all LA, but no, they're all, so there's like different cities that are like nearby.
Yeah, so it's all classified as LA County, but there's, you know, the beach cities, whether it be Venice, whether it be Santa Monica, whether it be Hollywood. These are all different areas. And so we stayed in Hollywood, we stayed in the Venice area, and then we also stayed in this area where this hotel was. But again, it's I'm blanking out on the exact name of this beach town.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we booked it, we had to do it ahead of time, right? It was like a limited list, or it was limited access to the availability of the hotel.
Yeah, so family, I would make sure that, you know, you're booking, you know, your reservations in advance because yes, things can get booked up, right? Things can be booked up. So yeah, you're going to want to go ahead on and book it up, you know, as soon as you can. There's no like particular like limit, but again, if you want a good hotel, you want a nice hotel room, you know, it's best for you to go ahead on and do that earlier on.
Yeah, especially this one, because I want to say it was this one that we're showing you, family. We showed you the one with the sauna. This is actually the same one.
Yeah.
So this is part 2 of it. But I feel like this one, we had to do it even more in advance because it was such of a really desired hotel to stay at. We had to do it in advance. And also too, there's other clips. There's so much other clips that we can show you. We actually can be here till the cows come home.
Yeah, but we're not going to do that to you guys.
Yeah, because this same place, it also had they had like a restaurant downstairs, and the professionalism, the food, it was just it was a great experience.
It was. They served us welcome drinks. We had like little margaritas that they welcomed us with. It was a really, really nice hotel. And we'll make sure to leave the name of the hotel too, because I'm blanking out on that as well.
And it wasn't too far from, it's the beach in LA. It's like the most popular beach.
It's a very, very popular beach. I think
it's very, we have photos of that, by the way, as well. But it's not too far from that beach. I'm trying to think of the name of the beach in LA, but it's like the most popular beach, which we have to get back to you. We've been quite a bit of places, you know.
Yeah.
We say this humbly, but sometimes it's kind of hard to remember the actual name.
An actual name for sure, you know. But it's a very popular part of LA. We'll definitely leave it in the chat so you guys can know. We'll leave the name of the hotel as well.
All right, family. This is part 2. There's many other parts to this hotel, but we'll give you some little samples, some little seeds, candy samples right here.
Yeah, this is more of our room.
Look, it's already a flying start. Already. flying start. We got the alcohol already ready to go, family. Look at that.
Uh-huh.
And hey, children of God, hey, we like our brew now.
That's right.
Us already flying. Look at this. All right, let's go.
All right, y'all. So we are in our anniversary room right here. Beautiful room. A little half bath over there. Check out these views. Very, very, very nice. And then we got the tub over here.
Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely, family. I enjoyed our stay here.
Yes.
It was amazing.
Yes, we really did enjoy ourselves, family. And the best part about it was we didn't have to spend any money for this, any additional money. We did not have to spend for this hotel.
It was amazing too, because like out here, right here, you can see it a little bit, but these chairs right here, I remember later on this day, we went out here in this little, we call this area like a patio or something. What do you call this? Little patio, you feel
balcony,
me? Balcony. I remember we was just sitting up here, just sipping on some wine, just looking at the marina, just speaking about life and just enjoying our stay and enjoying our anniversary. We're just reflecting on life and the goodness of our Creator. And
that's right.
I remember that. We had a great time.
We sure did.
Yeah.
The room came with free rosé. So yeah, we were sipping on some of that. We just really enjoyed our time. We gave glory to the Most High for blessing us, giving us the ability to see 7 years of marriage. And here we are in March, and we're coming up on 8 years of marriage here pretty soon. And you guys will have to stay tuned to see what we do for this up and coming anniversary. But let's just say we're going to be using points again.
We just got another credit card, and we finna get them points again. Now, the thing is, like, depending on what the credit card that you get, when you get a certain credit card, you have to use it within like a 4-month period or a 6-month period, depending on how long the period. I think the new one that we just got is you got like within the first 4 months, you have to earn a certain amount of points. So what I'm saying is, family, you got to go ahead and you got to earn those points. You got to go ahead and start spending with that credit card. That way you can earn points in advance, cash in advance that you can use to get a hotel like this.
1,000%. So,
but I think it was 4 months, or is it 4 months? I gotta go back and think, because I want to say it's 6 months. We have 6 months.
Yeah. So it depends on your card, but our card in particular that we just got, it's the American Express Delta Platinum card. That card right there, family, is a great card. The introductory points for the card is 100,000 points. 100,000 points is the introductory points, right? But you got to make sure to get your introductory points that you follow the rules that they have for you. And those rules for this particular card right now at this particular time is, because they can change. So make sure that you read the card, read, all the ins and outs on how to get the points, right? But for us, it is that we have to spend, I think, $4,000 within 6 months, right?
6 months. Okay, 6 months. Thank you for that. I'm already thinking we finna do that in 2 to 3 months. You feel me? We're already
So
we already got a game plan. We already know how to use it. We already know how to spend it. We already tapped into that. So it's not our first rodeo.
It's not our first rodeo. And so, yes, you can, you don't have to wait 6 months. You can, like me and my husband, we're going to do it in about 3 months, right? So we're going to go ahead on and get our...
We're doing it in 2.
We're going to do it pretty quickly here. All we have to spend is $4,000, and we're going to spend it on things that we need.
Right.
We're going to spend it on the stuff that we need, and we're going to go ahead on and collect that $100,000, not $100,000, but 100,000 points. We're going to go ahead on and collect that. And we got some more points that we also have from American Express. So we're going to go ahead and combine those.
So basically, when you get a credit card like that, you're basically, after you earn those points, after you use the credit card within those 6 months to get the 4,000 points, or you spend over $4,000 within 6 months, after you do that, family, you're basically earning money.
Yes.
They're giving you money. So when we say points, think of it like money. So they're giving you money for using the credit card, using it responsibly, using over $4,000 before 6 months hits. So you're getting money. Somebody's like giving you money. You got to think of it that way. These credit cards are giving you money just for using the credit card.
100%. And what's the catch? Because I know people are gonna be like, what is the catch?
Sounds good to be true, right?
Sounds way too good.
Because they're going to give you money just for using their credit card.
Sounds way too good to be true. Now,
and it's like $800, $1,000, depending on the credit card. You can gain $800 to $1,000 just for using those points.
100%. So let me go ahead on and tell you guys, there is a little bit more to it, right? What is the catch? What's the catch?
For sure.
So kind of like what we said, there is going to be some rules for you to get these introductory points. So make sure that you're reading those rules and you do it within the time allotted. Because a lot of people, they'll get a credit card, they won't read the fine print, and they'll just see, they'll say 100,000 points. And that's like the big, that's what they put in bold and big, right? But that small print, you need to read. How can I get this? Because if you're just spending the card regular and you don't realize that you have a certain amount of time and there's a certain amount of money you need to spend, then you won't get those points. So make sure that you're doing that. Another thing too is make sure you pay that off, right? Because that's where they really want to get you. They want you to put $4,000 on the card and spend it on stuff you don't need. And then that way you have to go and pay it back over time and get interest, have to pay them interest. So that is where they want to get you. That's how they want to get you. Another thing too is with these cards, especially the better the card, it is going to cost you an annual fee, right? So our American Express card, the recent one that we got, it's going to cost us, I want to say annually about $350. But check this out. We get $100,000 of an introductory fee. That's over $1,000, family, that we get to spend with American Express and Delta. So that's way worth it, right? $350 to get $1,000. Yeah, we'll take that. Also, too, family, the great thing about this particular card, it is the American Express Platinum Delta card. You get a companion pass every year. What is the companion pass? It's a flight. So basically,
go ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yes.
Yes.
So basically, annually, this is included in your $350 annual fee, but you get an annual companion pass. That means you and your spouse, you and your child, you and your friend can go on a flight someplace. You can go to the Bahamas, you can go to Hawaii, you can go to Mexico, you can go wherever. Well, within the Caribbean,
right? Within
the US,
certain places.
Hawaii,
Yes.
But you can go to the Caribbean, you can go to Hawaii, you can go to Mexico, or around the US, and it's buy one get one basically, right?
Yes.
So you buy one ticket and you can bring your companion along with you. That's just for the $350 fee. So if you got a flight and your flight is costing you $350 or more, that covers your annual fee right there. So you're basically buy one get one free flights every year. So
and we've actually used that. Well, we've witnessed that used before. When I trip down to Atlanta, we were able to have access to that.
1,000%. So there's so many amazing things that you can do with credit cards. Let me tell you, it is a game changer.
But like you said, that was a good caution. I like that you mentioned the pros and the cons, because it is an annual fee, family. You have to pay an annual fee depending on the credit card. And but it can definitely be worth it. And I like to say, in order to get money, in order to make money, you got to spend money. So in order to make money, you do have to spend. So whether if that's in business, whether if that is being an entrepreneur, whether that is in being an investor in the stock market, whether that is in credit cards, you got to spend some money to make some money. But you got to just have a game plan on how you want to use these credit cards, because you have to use them wisely. And they're working for you. Look at these credit cards as your employees, and you are the CEO. So you have to put them in their right position to earn those points, to earn you money, to redeem your points. So
1,000%. Yeah, it's very true, family. And listen, everyone's different
Right.
and everyone's situation is different. If you're not someone that likes to travel that much, then I wouldn't say go with, a card that's going to be a $350 annual fee. If you can't utilize those perks, right? If those aren't
Right.
perks that you want,
Right.
you're not worried about that, then just don't do that,
Yeah.
right? Do a card that makes sense for you.
We just like to travel, and I got tired of spending money on trips, and we just doing it out of the debit account. You feel
Out of
me?
our
I got
own
tired
money.
of that. I remember we was in Vegas one time, and I was happy to be there, but I was like, hey,
When we got back, we was like, ooh.
yeah, right. It was a wake up call. I got tired of just using my debit card, and I got a confession.
Yes.
I don't remember the last time I used my debit card.
Yeah.
I don't remember the last time I used my debit card. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I use credit cards. We use our credit cards
Always.
every day, whether if it's buying gas, buying groceries, whatever it is, buying trips. I don't remember the last time I used my debit card. And I say that proudly, but I will say that we do have a debit card.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that was a lot of free game, family. This was a pleasure sharing this with you. We got to, share with you some of the amazing experiences we had being in LA, celebrating our anniversary. All praises to God, and we're just thankful that we're tapping into these resources and tapping into financial literacy, so that we can pass this knowledge down to our family. And it's also a part. It's a part of faith. Part of our faith is wealth, and family, I just encourage you that to look into some credit cards that serve you, that serve your situation. But we're just giving you some things that you can do with them, and credit cards. And there's more you can do. We're just touching the surface tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, family, we appreciate you for joining us tonight. Any other takeaways before we head on out?
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Let us know if you guys have any tips as well when it comes to credit cards or any way that you can save money. Feel free to let us know. Leave it in the comment section. And thank you guys for being here with us.
And the answer is smart investors, they use their credit cards. They use credit cards.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Now, with that said, family, thank you for joining us tonight. We'd like to thank everybody in the chat and everybody listening online. I'm Jaydon Israel.
And I'm Jazz.
Until next time, peace and blessings, fam.